Hello. Welcome back to Fundu Testers. In a previous session of a BetterBugs, we discussed how we can raise a defect like this. In this, we are going to discuss couple of more features about a BetterBug. I'm going to a computer screen, and this is how, if you have not watched the previous session, then this is how BetterBugs will look like. And if you wanted to install in your machine, then you have to basically go to betterbugs.io.com and then you have to click on the Chrome, add to Chrome. So this is a Chrome extension. You need to basically log in and then you can use this extension. So once it get installed, you can see your extension in a extension section, and then you can pin extension and then you will see the extension here. So I'm clicking on this. This option we discussed. So if I click on this, and we have to basically select the particular portion of a defect. So let's say this is the portion of the defect. Basically it will capture all the information of that particular screen and logs like a timestamp, URL, device, browser, that console, if there are any errors, if the network tab any API calls are being made. So this is what we discuss. In this we are going to discuss couple of more functionality of this particular tool. So if I again going to click on this, and now we can see there are two more options available. So if I click on the visible screen, then what this tool will do, basically it will capture the entire screen and it will basically give us a screenshot. So if I click on this, so basically it has captured entire screen along with all the logs and all this information detail, console log, network tab, metadata if there are any. And then if I wanted to raise the defect, then I'm giving a name demo 1. We can select the severity and priority, and then I'm uploading a defect. So this is basically upload a defect, and here on a dashboard we can see the defect. So if I'm going to the project section, and this is the demo 1 we have created. So either we can copy the session, it will basically give us the URL. If I paste this on a browser, so on this particular URL I can see the defect. Now let's say I wanted to record a screen video, then how this can be done. So there is a one more option which is a screen record. If I select on there are two options available, basically tab or window. I'm selecting a tab option, and basically it will start the recording. So here you can see it has started recording, and we can pause the recording. If we wanted to pause for some duration, we can pause the recording if it is a loading or something is happening. During that time we can pause the recording, and if we wanted to highlight something, then there is a toggle drawing tool. So using that we can highlight something. So for example, on this video I wanted to highlight like this particular video. So click on this pencil kind of a button, and then we can select the color as well. So whatever color we want, we can select. Let's say I wanted to go for a yellow color, then I can select a yellow color, and then again I click on the pencil, and then I can highlight anything. So let's say I'm highlighting the two more sections. This is the basically bug section, and if I scroll down or scroll up, so this will basically highlight that on a particular video. And let's say I wanted to give my voice, like a particular data is not visible, I wanted to inform the developer via video, then there are two options available: enable mic or enable video. So if I enable mic, then it will basically record my voice, and if I enable the video, so I can basically, here you can see my video within a video, not just on the screen recording, but I can highlight the stuff, I can give a voiceover, or I can record my video as well. Once I stop the recording, so basically it has created the session, and like this it has recorded the data. Now if I go to the console, here we can see there are multiple activities are being called. So all the activities are being captured. I can filter based on the XHR, JS, CSS. So this information is much more helpful compared to the just a plain video. And the steps, metadata, all the steps being performed are recorded here. So from here it is from beginning the recording to end of the recording. I have logged basically all the information, and if I play the video here, so we have highlighted some portions, so those data also should get highlighted. We have highlighted somewhere, so this particular data got highlighted, and after logging the data, after starting the voiceover, then it will basically record my voice. And if I enable the video, so I can basically, here you can see my video. So basically it has captured my voice as well as my video. So if I wanted to inform something, this is the beauty of this particular tool. We can log as much as information easily, and we can basically give a name like a video bug, and then we can basically upload a bug. And apart from, let's say I wanted to add some text or anything, so I'm working on a feature A. So I'm creating a tab, feature A, particular tag got added. I can update the severity and priority. I can select the multiple project. So if I have created a multiple project, then I can select basically multiple project and then upload a bug. It will upload the bug. This video bug is created. So now there is a one more amazing feature, which is a rewind. What happens sometimes we are executing the test cases and suddenly we observe some defect. So every time we have to reproduce the defect and some intermittent issues we cannot reproduce easily. So rewind feature can be useful there. So how it works? Let's say I'm enabling a rewind feature. So it will basically capture last 2-minute video, whatever activity has happened in the last 2 minutes. Let's say I'm scrolling up and down, I'm going to the different tabs, source tab, playlist, community, and if I again going back here and if I click on the rewind, so it is basically captured the video of last 2 minutes. So I have used 27 seconds. So it is recorded all the 27 seconds. If I have used more than 2 minutes, so it will give a last 2 minutes data only, not entire video like last 1 hour. And this is again amazing feature, and this will reduce your time to reproduce the defect. And during that time also it has captured all the information. So here network call, there are multiple calls are happening, console data if there are any errors, metadata, steps, all the rewind steps, all the network related activity, all the data is being stored and we can easily raise this defect. Let's say we have added multiple issues, so there are quite a lot of filter functionalities are available. We can filter based on the date range, based on the severity, based on the status, open, close or in progress, based on the creator. Let's say as of now I am the only one who is managing this project, but in reality if there are 10 testers and developers are working on this project, then based on the name we can filter based on the tag. So I have added one tag. So based on the tags also we can filter, and apart from based on the integrations, if we have raised on which integration, so based on that we can apply the filter. From here we can invite a team member. For example, let's say for this project I wanted to give access to my team member. So there is an option to invite team member. If I click on this, I need to provide a email ID, Fundu testers, and there is option to give a admin access or member access. As of now I am giving the member access and I am sending invitations. After that, on particular Fundu testers email ID I am getting this workspace access, and once I accept that, then I can basically access this entire workspace. And apart from, there is an option to create a new project. So if I am working on a multiple functionalities or multiple project, then here basically we can create a multiple project. So here I am giving a name, let's say test project 2, continue. If I wanted to upload a project image, I have uploaded an image, and then it is asking to choose who can enter test project, workspace level or private level. I am selecting a workspace level, and then next, public link or only project member. Then again based on the access we can select the priorities, and then we can basically create a project. So this another project is basically got created. So finally, as a tester, if you are struggling with a bug rejections, then BetterBugs can be a good option for you. You can explore this tool. This is the free, and you can start using your project, and you can easily, whatever issues you have captured, you can easily upload on a Jira or any other bug tracking tool, whatever you are using. Don't forget to share your experience in a comment section, and don't forget to like and share this video with your friend. Thank you so much.